Hello, Missy here. Just a quick reminder that the Compound Effect Summer Reading Challenge begins Sunday. Darren is inviting us to join him along with the A-Team to journey through the Compound Effect and complete it in just 6 days. This very book has transformed the lives of many of our community members, and I'm going to take a guess that you might be one of them. This is a time of year when many of us drift, myself included. But that doesn't have to be you or me or your team. You can choose to rise up and be the exceptional few that go into the second half of the year with crazy momentum. This is your opportunity to step up, and the only thing you need to invest in is a little bit of your time and a can-do attitude. I hope you accept the challenge. Just click the link below to get started, and I really hope to see you there. Okay, now on to Darren Daily.
Today, I'm going to address one of your questions, a question I'm sure many of you have, or is an issue I'm sure we all battle with. The question is from Carrie Davidson, who asked, the reason I keep falling off my diet and nutrition plan is I have these cravings. I crave all the things that I cannot have. Do you have any tips that could help me? Okay, Carrie, we all know how it feels to be hooked into certain cravings and how compelling and overwhelming they can be. I have 2 tips for you here. These come straight out of the Compound Effect as well. The first is swap it. After a meal, I have a craving for something sweet myself. And it used to be that if there was ice cream in the house, that something sweet turned into a triple scoop banana split with all the fixings, which is 1,255 calories. I then swapped it for 2 Hershey's Kisses, which is 50 calories. Since then, I've swapped it again. I no longer eat any sugar at all, so my wife makes Jell-O. Yeah, that Kool-Aid mankind. With some fresh, real whipped cream made with stevia, it totals 5 calories total, but it is perfectly satisfying. The key here is to figure out what is the root underneath this craving. You see, if you're craving ice cream, what you're really craving is something cold, something creamy and sweet. What else would deliver on that? Then swap it out. Even a chia seed yogurt topped with blueberries would do the trick. But I gotta say, give Jell-O a shot. Let's say that you crave pretzels or potato chips or Doritos. What you really want is the salt and the crunch. So try some home-baked kale chips with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Delicious. If you're craving French fries, try oven-roasted sweet potato slices instead. You will satisfy the same sensations your cravings were craving, but with a whole lot more beta-carotene and antioxidants. The second tip is to add in instead of subtracting. You see, I picked this up from Montel Williams back when I interviewed him for Success Magazine a while back. Montel has to maintain a strict diet because of a disease that afflicts him, multiple sclerosis. He taught me his add-in principle. It is not so much what you attempt to take out of your diet, said Montel, it is what you put in instead. This became his analogy for all of life. Instead of thinking that he has to deprive himself or required to take out of his diet, I can't eat a hamburger, I can't eat chocolate, I can't eat dairy, he thinks what he can add into his diet instead. For instance, today I'm gonna have barbecued grilled salmon, steamed vegetables, and fresh figs. You fill your focus and your belly with what you can have, so you no longer have attention or hunger for what you can't. Does that make sense? Instead of focusing on what you have to sacrifice or subtract, give your whole attention to that what you get to add in. You will enjoy the process a whole lot more, and your results will be a whole lot more successful. Darren Daily community, you tell us, what do you crave or once craved, and what did you do to swap it or overwhelm it by what you added in instead? By sharing your experiences and thoughts, you will be inspiring and helping others in this arduous process as well. Write your thoughts in your Darren Daily Journal and then share that with us in the comments below. What is your father's occupation? The teacher asked little Polly. He's a magician, ma'am, said little Polly. How interesting. What's his favorite trick? Asked the teacher. He saws people in half, answered little Polly. Wow, that must be amazing to watch, said the teacher. Do you have any brothers or sisters? And little Polly replies, 1 half brother and 2 half sisters. Okay. My friend used to be a loving and compassionate person before he divorced his wife, Ruth. Now, he's ruthless. Okay, two old men, Mark and Gary, are about to get in the sauna at the health club. Gary says, "I've gotten so fat, I can't even see my ding-ding anymore." Mark asks, "Well, why don't you dye it?" Gary exclaims, "Dye it? Crud, why? What color is it now?" Okay. What did the lunch lady say to Luke Skywalker? "Use the forks, Luke." Okay, all right, that was for Aaron. Kevin found some money in the churchyard. He thought, what would Jesus do? So Kevin turned it into wine. And finally, I went to see the doctor today and he said, "Don't eat anything fatty." I said, "What? No bacon or sausages or burgers or anything?" He said, "No, fatty, just don't eat anything." All right, have a great weekend, everybody. See you on the flip side.